Hey, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Jester. My name is Junior. Today, let's take a look at Marvel Legends. I don't even know what kind of collection this is. This is basically the wave that they've introduced this mini comic collection. And this wave sucks. It really, really sucks. And don't, wait. This is not clickbait. Let me explain to you why I think this sucks. This collection, and I have the entire wave here, so I'm just going to show it really quickly. This collection, I should clarify myself, this collection does not suck. What does suck, or what pisses me off, is that this collection puts me in an awkward situation, an awkward choice of what's going on. So this is basically the entire wave, and the situation that it has put me in. Okay, um, is that I am not a leave it in the box collector. I am not. All my collection are open and loose. Okay, there's only I can't even I look around and I just don't even have a single piece in my collection that's got box. I just don't have the room for it. But this there's these look freaking awesome in packaging. They really, really do. And it sucks that it's put me into a situation where I am honestly, this thing has been in my possession for like a week. I know I'm gonna open Iron Man because Iron Man in the Marvel universe is one of my favorite characters, and I've been waiting for this for the longest time, and I'm probably gonna get a second one, and I don't like getting doubles. And I think I might get a second one because I'm thinking of leaving him in there, but I don't have Adam Warlock in my collection. That means I have to take him out, and I don't want to get a second one. Miles Morales, we already have him. I can open him up. It doesn't matter. The thing of it is, it just looks awesome. Everything is in the package shown well, clearly. It shows the figure, it shows the comic book, and everything. And I didn't even want Miles Morales anymore because I already have a bunch of them. But this basically triggered my completest in the box persona that's been hiding underneath me all this time. Because I used to leave my stuff in packages until I ran out of room, I don't know, 15 years ago. Because if I had stopped then, I wouldn't have my collection as they are now, of course. And it's gonna sadden me to open this up because these look freaking awesome. But I am not an inbox collector. I didn't even want this character as well too, because another Wolverine. It's the same Wolverine. They didn't. Did they even change the body buck? I don't know. But this is the Dark Avengers, and I want to get the complete Dark Avengers because of the unique storyline behind the makeup of that character. And what's in the back? Oh my god, look at that. It's so colorful. So everything in this is beautifully done. It really is. And it's going to be a shame. I'm going to have to open it. I really am. Because I'm not an inbox collector. This is one of the very, very few packaging that I'm going to regret opening. Well done, Hasbro, for making me truly regret do an unboxing of your product. It's yep, that's what makes it the whole thing suck for me. I had to open it. I had to open it. Okay, so let's go ahead and open it. So there's the close up of the comic book. Up close, it's not as impressive, but I'm not investigating this comic book accessory as it even has staples. Look at that. And it's not painted. It's actually raised. It's an actually sculpted staple. Jeez Louise. Of course, this doesn't open. Come on, Marvel Legend series. I mean, it's an amazing concept. Um, I know it's like, dude, why are you giggling? It's just a plastic accessory that doesn't open. The idea of it that they're including a comic book accessory from not the origins, but one of their famous covers. So you have to remember these things originated from comic books. Of course, it makes sense to include comic books in this one. How much did I pay for these individually? Because I can't remember. But all right, so these are $25. $25, you get a mini comic book accessory. You have one, two, three pairs of hands included. From Marvel Legends? What the heck? $25. I'm like gagging. I'm like, what? Marvel Legends. Stepping it up. This is amazing. All right, here he is out of packaging. This is impressive, honestly. I've always liked the design of the Ultimate Iron Man from, is it Marvel's Ultimate Marvels? I can't remember. The Ultimates universe. Because it was such a departure from the usual Iron Man design previously. Um, and this everything I wanted, everything that I wanted, except maybe a secondary head sculpt. But I wonder if this is removable. It is. Oh my god. No way. Oh my god, look at that. You're gonna have to forgive me. I don't know, nor do I remember what head sculpt this head is from. He was just lying there on my shelf. Yeah, the head is too big, but the way it's designed here, it's almost like that's almost like a perfect design. If only the head had been slightly smaller. Hmm. This one, it kind of has potential. I think the neck is too long for this one. Again, I think the head might be too big. So I'm gonna leave it there in terms of I don't have any other heads to experiment on. But before I put this back on, look, it's got a secondary point of articulation at the base of the neck. Wow, that's I don't remember seeing that in any Marvel Legends. I'm looking at my Iron Man now. I don't see that at all. Look, fixed neck on the bottom. I mean, I'm only wowing at this because I've seen this in Marvel Legends. They're doing the same thing. Look, you guys might not be familiar with my other reviews, but on my Star Wars reviews, I've been complimenting the fact that this, whenever they have something like this, a shoulder guard, they've done this design where it's connected to an inside ring that's sandwiched in between the actual shoulder and the chest piece. And what it does is it allows you to rotate the shoulder guard separate from the arm. And what that does is it doesn't inhibit the rotation of that shoulder. In fact, it gives you a lot more movement that you normally would have if this had been sculpted straight in, and it doesn't break the sculpt. That's amazing. And it has a bicep cut, nothing on the elbow. The elbow is double jointed, and gives you a wide range of movement. But you know what? Star Wars can achieve this movement with just one single hinge. But yeah, still though, nothing on the bracelet or bracer. Its movement is on the wrist. The wrist is on an in and out, but somewhat hampered by the sculpt. Same thing on the other side. Has a joint up here in the upper torso or below the rib cage. Has a rotation. It's fighting me. It seems to have movement forward not much to decide. It's more like a wiggle, but with a combination of a waist. Man, this is fighting me too. I'm afraid I might actually break it. It's fighting me somehow to the point that I would even hesitate to consider this as a rotation or a movement. I don't want to force it because I feel like it's gonna break. For the hip barbell joints, there is a rotation here at the thigh, well hidden, very well hidden. Double joints on the knee. Oh my god, I love this figure. I do love this figure. Everything I love this figure. 15. I'm telling you right now, value 15. I'm so in love with this figure. Um, it's kind of unfair to give him a 15, right? Because normally, I think I would normally give this maybe a 13 or a 14. But I see so many improvements that they've done with this figure, the Marvel Legends team, that and they maintain the $25. It really sucks that we're in our times right now with the uncertainty of the prices with the certain tariffs being implemented, because now, um, not to get politically talking here, but now we don't know if somehow they raise their prices for this type of collection because of the tariffs, or because they felt like, oh, we're getting so much stuff that we can go ahead and increase the prices, right? Because we are getting a lot of stuff here, a lot of stuff that we've been kind of clamoring for, multiple handsets, multiple headsets. uh yeah. And I didn't even talk about the paint application, huh? And even the fact that it's mostly plastic. They chose their battles in terms of like, okay, we have to paint certain parts, let's paint them, and then let's leave the rest as bare plastic, and it worked. Even this one, I wish it could have been painted. It looks like it is, yeah. You know what? No, it is painted gold and blue. Yeah, it's just, this is an amazing piece, and I have to give them the 15 because I feel like what they gave us is quite high in terms of value. Like, there's a lot of value in this one. $25. It's really good. It's really good. And and the fact that it made me hate actually opening this up and tearing into my that box. I can't say anymore. I'm pretty much very stoked what I'm seeing. Very well done sculpture and everything. The sculpture is beautiful. Exactly what I'm thinking of getting. Um, here's him on a regular Iron Man, which is good that he's taller because he's supposed to be a bulkier set of armor. That makes sense. Um, wow. I can't. I There's not much for me to say. Value of 15, base price 10, equaling to $25. An absolutely beautiful, I say, introduction of a wave, because it's the first time we've ever seen something like this, at least as far as I know. Anyway, that's it for my review of the new Marvel comic collection. I don't know what kind of wave this thing is called. Um, this is an amazing line, good value, and that's it for my review. It. I hope to see you guys again on my next review, and I'm gonna stop it here because I'm kind of speechless at the moment. Bye.